I can't see my legs!
After 50 Cent exploded on the scene with Get Rich or Die Trying, selling over 9 million copies and becoming one of the top rappers of this generation with a Grammy and 82 other wins.
Everybody who supported me too, everybody who went out and bought the record, thank you.
After 50 had a kid with baby mama Shanika Tompkins and another with model Daphne Joy, while dating the likes of Vivica A. Fox, Ciara, and Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler ever give you anal?
I'm never coming to your show again, Howard.
No.
That was the one right there.
After 50's G-Unit empire would include his own record label, books, sneakers, headphones, a video game, and a biographical film, laying the groundwork for a monthly income of over $180,000.
Give me a piece of this cheese.
After 50 Cent went on to become a boxing promoter and get involved in other sports.
And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
50 Cent was one of the biggest hip-hop stars to come out of the millennium, and he was smart enough to expand his business before his album started to flop. But dealing with baby mama drama and rap beefs while you have millions riding on different projects isn't easy. And soon the rap star would be spending more time inside of courtrooms than recording booths. I was just listening to Get Rich or Die Trying the other day, and 50's rise onto the scene was absolutely epic. So let's take a look at what's been going on as of recent. And I know, he's still famous. I know.
Hey kids, it's back to school time. And where do you get the best for the lowest price? The 50 Cent store, where everything costs 50 cents.
What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of 50 Cent after his initial rise to fame, here for you on After They're Famous. Now, we've done a bunch of other after videos on rap stars like Nelly and Lauryn Hill. Nelly didn't like it. He unfollowed me on Instagram, or blocked me. Anyway, be sure to browse around and let us know in the comments down below who's next. I feel like 50's gonna wish death upon me after this video. Curtis James Jackson III was born on July 6, 1975 in Queens, New York City. He was raised by a single mother, a lesbian crack dealer who was murdered when he was just 8. He started dealing in his teens, then picked up rapping and started gaining a buzz in New York. But it wasn't until 50 survived getting shot at 9 times that things really started to pick up. If you want to know more about his come-up story, we have done a Before They Were Famous video on 50, and it's still really good. Curtis Jackson had taken to selling drugs on the street as young as 12 years old. People knew him as Boo Boo. He started G-Unit, and it turns out a few bullets to the jaw helped make his sound one of a kind. He was signed by Eminem and Dr. Dre and shot to stardom with the release of his first solo album, Get Rich or Die Trying, in 2003. The Massacre was another smash hit, but after 2006, the superstar's sales started to dip. But 50 is a man of diversification and had new projects lined up, including a guest appearance on The Simpsons.
Jeepers, it's 50 Cent!
Yo, B, I heard you throw down on stage. Wanna join my world tour?
Sorry, 50, I have school tomorrow.
By the mid-2000s, 50 had already expanded his brand to include his own music label, film company, books, sneakers, vodka. He even had his own video games. Of course, there was his semi-autobiographical film, Get Rich or Die Trying.
I'll whoop your head, boy. The back of the steel, I'll whoop your head, boy.
But his most successful investment was in a company you wouldn't think a former gun-selling, crack-dealing gangster would be into. But he really was.
What's that? Vitamin Water has the best customers.
Formula 50, later renamed Vitamin Water, caught 50's attention after he drank a bottle of it at the gym. He invested in the young company and even worked out a new flavor for them, grape.
I want that purple stuff.
When Coca-Cola bought the company in 2007 for over $4 billion, 50 Cent watched his bank account go up by a cool $100 million. But as the tried and true saying goes,
The more money you make, the more problems you get.
First there was Taco Bell, who used his name to promote cheap menu items, an ad agency that used his image, and someone sampling PIMP without his permission. The G-Unit mogul took each and every one down in court. He even sued his own legal team when they messed up a case about his headphone company, and won. Yeah, that's right. Law school ain't got nothing on the School of Hard Knocks. It wasn't all bad news though. The mayor of Bridgeport, Connecticut gave 50 Cent a key to the city and declared October 12th as 50 Cent Curtis Jackson Day. In 2005, GQ magazine named 50 one of its men of the year, and in his interview he called the then president George W. Bush both incredible and a gangster. Let's Let's get back to the legal stuff. Those settlements, 50 and 1, well, they were about to come in handy because he took a bit of a hit when the recession came in 2008. He was forced to sell some of his investments like diamond mines and the mansion he had just bought off Mike Tyson. Just as this happened, his home in New York, shared with baby mama Shanika Tompkins, well, that went up in flames while he was away filming. After that, she sued him for $50 million in child support. Then baby mama 2 took him to court for domestic violence and vandalism charges. And finally, the cherry on top, the epic beef between him and Rick Ross. What started as a misunderstanding at an award show quickly blossomed into some diss tracks, threats, and 50 revealing to the world that Rose used to be a correctional officer. And he didn't like people knowing that.
How do you feel about Bossa giving you the name Officer Ricky?
Baby, I'm worth too much money to even be, sidetracked on this carpet, you know what I mean?
Even the game, who was on Rick Ross's side, agreed that 50 had won the battle. But then 50 released a sex tape of Ross's ex without her permission, and he'd gone too far. And he found himself in court again in July of 2015. During the trial, Curtis revealed he was over $30 million in debt and his bank account was down to $4.4 million. When the jury ordered him to pay $7 million in damages, he filed for personal bankruptcy protection days later. While all this was going on, the public seemed a whole lot more interested in the bankruptcy headlines than his brand new album Animal Ambition. Yeah, no one cared. The rap titan, did he really go from $155 million to broke? No one could believe it. Well, his Instagram account, it would suggest that he had not.
In the past, he's posted images like this, and this, and this.
He went from get rich or die trying to stay rich and try lying. Sorry, that's not the greatest, but he's the rapper, not me. At the time of this recording, 50 has already paid off his bankruptcy plan. He used the law to his favor, suing the legal team who lost him a court battle against Sleek Audio Headphone Company, claiming they mismanaged his case and he got them to pay off Sleek Audio. Now with money in the bank, 50 is set to go back on tour with good old Chris Brown. Good on him. As for the rest of the story, well, we'll have to wait and see because this is after they're famous. My name is Michael McCrudden and I make all sorts of celebrity bios here for you on this channel. And be sure to browse around, hit subscribe, and let me know who's next.